Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89 here. Well, I got these Super 7 He-Man figures a little while ago and I didn't open them. I'm not sure why. I think most of the figures I bought back in the day I got from fairs and toy shows and secondhand stores, and I had most of them anyway, and the few I got randomly. So none of them were actually in the packages. They were just loose, and I didn't open them right away. But with the whole COVID thing, I sort of thought, life is short. I should just enjoy them. And I actually hate people who don't open their toys. So I thought I would open them now. I must admit, they've been pre-cut because I wanted to preserve them as well as I could. I didn't do that good of a job cutting them, but I haven't actually opened them up yet. So I'm going to start with He-Man. The packaging is pretty awesome. Now, I know these are not new. People have seen them all before, and everyone's excited about the Origins ones now, but I like these ones, and I just started collecting them a little while ago. So, here is the new He-Man. Okay. A few nice little differences. His boots are smooth. He has less detail on his harness, and his hair's different. And of course these, I don't know what they're called, are different as well. So he's probably the least different out of all the figures. But I got them as 4. I was very lucky. I got all 4 together for about 200 something when I saw them separately for 60 or 70. So, and I didn't buy them when I first saw them when they first came out, and I got those a little bit later online, so I'm fairly glad of that, fairly happy about that with the price. And he comes with a little card. I thought at first these were books, and I was a bit disappointed to find out they're just cards. But that's something. So that's one down. Now Skeletor. Now Skeletor, was one of the ones I was more excited about because I always noticed how different Skeletor's face was on TV from the actual toy. So I'm very glad to see an accurate one, a Filmation accurate face basically. And again, he's got the smooth boots instead of the little scary monster feet. And he doesn't have the little fins on here or whatever they were. And different, everything's different. So I'm very happy with that one. And of course we get another card, which I'll actually sit down and read at some point. And Hordak was the first one when I was a kid that I realised was different, I think, when I was growing up. I mean, obviously he's blue, and the original Hordak was grey. And yeah, that was the one I noticed was the most different. Wow, that leg is really loose compared to that one. So that was the first time I sort of thought, why doesn't he look the same as the one in the cartoon? I want it to be accurate. So he was sort of the one I thought about pretty much the most about getting. And here's his card. I'll show the backs of Skeletor on that, but I'll bring that back. And now we get to She-Ra. She-Ra I was pretty excited about as well because the She-Ra toys didn't look as much like the cartoon characters as the He-Man ones, usually. And wow, it is material. I thought that was plastic. The Origins ones, the material parts are plastic. Now, she should have had brushable hair, even though they've sculpted it exactly like it looks in the cartoons. She would have been brushable, and her skin is very dark. She's as dark as He-Man. And She-Ra was lighter than He-Man. She looked white because she grew up in this dark sort of realm that sort of there was no light. It was all sort of dark and evil because the Horde ruled it. Whereas He-Man was running around on Eternia his whole life and had a tan. And her card is very similar to He-Man's. Now, guess we'll start with shearers and go backwards. Add a tiny little bit of text at the top describing the image, and then of course we see the other characters available on that wave, and He-Man's again. I'm really glad to have them because I don't have any He-Man covers from when I was a kid. I mostly got them loose. So now, let's compare the old ones to the new ones. Now my He-Man's not in the best condition, but you can see the difference with the wrist things. One was one-sided. They had the little, I don't know, they were just different. And his boots looked like they were like wrapped or something. And yeah, he had these little extra lines here. And the face, of course, it's mostly the hair that's different, but the face is different as well. I kind of miss his smile. I don't know. That does look the same at the back, I think. Pretty much, yeah. And now Skeletor. My Skeletor is yellowed, unfortunately. I had them all on a bookshelf for a while, not really thinking about the sun, not thinking it was going to be on them directly. But as you can see, the face is very different. It's got the full jaw, more evil eyes, different clothes, everything's just a little bit different. No little, I don't know what they are, little claw feet. But I did notice he's wearing the furry briefs when Skeletor had like regular ones. They weren't the furry ones. Hordak, of course. Blue versus grey. I like the white face. He looks anemic and evil. Not that anemic people are evil, but you know what I mean. And all the bones are actually coloured grey, just like in the cartoon. And now She-Ra. As you can see, She-Ra is now biracial, or way too tanned for someone who hasn't seen sunlight in Etheria. But I like the accuracy, the dress, because I mean this is one I made myself, just because I couldn't find one. The cape is real, but that one is obviously made. That used to have a pattern just the same as that, and then it came off, so it looked a lot better when I made it. But this is nice to have a more screen accurate one that still looks like the original toys. Because the classics, I'm struggling with getting them because they're interesting, but they're bigger, a little bigger than the original figures, and they look very cartoony and plasticky. They don't sort of look like the original figures so much. I'm not sure about getting them. And she's even darker than Teela. So, yeah. Are they all on the screen? Yes, just. Now, I didn't go through the weapons. See if I've got enough time for that. She-Ra's weapons. Oh, come on, open. Yes, so she's got shield. 2 swords. I thought they were half swords. I thought we were going to get half swords that went together. When I saw 2, I thought, oh, interesting. I didn't realise that. And He-Man, I'm guessing he has the same. He's got, well, She-Ra didn't have a half sword, but he's got the recreated shield. He's got a half sword and a full sword, which is awesome. And Skeletor, of course, we have the Havoc Staff, which does not want to open. Oh my god. Fine. Come on. Don't embarrass me, little plastic bag. Havoc Staff is the correct colours. Grey and light purple. I never realised it was that light. He's got the half sword. So I guess you can join them both together. And the full sword. But it doesn't show very well. And now we get to Hordak. He's got the red weapon like the original had. It's the bow, and of course the cannon arm, which I forgot. Now, the original one, there was a version with the cannon arm. Wow, that goes on somehow. Does it slide on? Wow. I don't want to scrape the... Okay. Didn't want to scrape the black off his arm. And that's all for the weapons. So I'm fairly happy with them. But yeah, that's what the cannon looked like on the original. Well, that's it. I'm done with them. I finally opened them. I'm going to play with them. I'm going to put them for all the others, and I'm probably going to get a couple more. I'm getting, yeah, there's a couple others. I'll do videos when I get them, and I think the swords go together. Or do they? Pretty much. There. Well, thanks for watching. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall keep doing videos about my collections as they grow. Thanks. Bye.